Being who I am and what I do, people always ask me the same question.
Oh my God, you're from Toronto. Do you know Drake?
And the answer to that is like, kinda. No, but really, the question that everyone asks me is, how did you become the official DJ of the Toronto Raptors? And it's a funny story. So this story begins way back in, I want to say, 2004. Around this time, I was just getting started in the DJ business. And I was doing clubs, concerts, parties, bar mitzvahs, backyard barbecues. Whatever it was, I was down. I just wanted to play music. Around that time, a friend of mine wandered into the Eaton Centre Mall here in Toronto and walked into the store called Roots Canada. She noticed a DJ booth in the store, but no DJ. So of course she asked the manager, "What's good?" The manager turned to her and said,
"Actually, it's really good that you asked. We're actually looking for a DJ right now. Do you know any?"
She brought the idea to me and two other DJ homies of mine. But at the time, they were a little bit further on in their career than I was. Like I said, I was down to play anywhere. So I took the gig and started DJing in the Roots Canada store in the Eaton Centre every Saturday and Sunday afternoon for basically minimum wage. Essentially, I was working retail, but instead of hanging clothes, I was playing music. What I didn't know at that time was this would be the beginning of a huge opportunity. One of these events was a wine tasting event for, honestly, I can't even remember the brand. Anyway, I started out as a hip hop DJ like most, but I grew up listening to all kinds of music, and I wanted to incorporate that into my DJ sets, and I thought it was cool. Not a lot of DJs were doing it at the time, but I worked really hard at it, and that ended up being the key to the next part of this story. So while rocking this party, this lady comes over with a glass of wine in her hand and says,
Hey guys, I really like what you're doing here. I love how you're playing all these different kinds of music.
So we're like, thank you, this is what we do. Then she was like,
I'm the VP of marketing for Maple Leaf Sports Entertainment.
That's the company that owns the Raptors.
Me and my associates just went to a Miami Heat game in Miami, and we saw that they have a DJ by the name of DJ Irie.
Anyway, she continues on.
Yeah, DJ Irie was spinning during the game, and it was a really cool thing, and I think that we might be able to work that into the game presentation here in Toronto. Would you be interested?
Me and my boy look at each other and we were like, are you dumb? Of course we're interested. That was the magic word. I mean, we've been playing basketball our entire lives. Now that didn't work out obviously as players, but here's an opportunity presenting itself, and we were not gonna let that slide. She hands me her card and says,
"Give me a call on Monday."
So Monday I call her, left a message, never got a call back. Called her again on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I called her every day for at least 2 weeks. Finally, she gets back to me and says,
"Hey, oh yeah, you from the party."
I was on some I am not letting her forget what the conversation we had was. I didn't want it to be one of those things where she was drinking wine, feeling good, hearing some music, and just talk some that wasn't really gonna happen. I was gonna make it happen. So she says,
"Yeah, you guys were great. You know what? Come in for an interview. We want to talk to you and figure out how we can do this."
So we head down to the Air Canada Centre, ready to go to the boardroom and talk and kind of, convince them as to why this would work in Toronto, why they need a DJ, why that DJ needs to be me and him. We were not led to a boardroom. We were actually led to the empty arena. And we noticed there was a DJ booth set up. They handed us 2 jerseys and said,
"We want you to do what you do during a game. Go."
So at this point, we're like, what the is happening? How are we supposed to do this? Luckily, I had a few records in my car. Actual records. And we looked at each other and decided, you know what? It's now or never. Let's do this. We set up, they put a camera in front of us, and for the next 10 minutes, we rocked that stadium like it was full. What's going on, Toronto? We are 4 quarters, and we about to rock this joint one time. Put your hands up. Let's go, Raptors! They took that tape up to the head office. All the suits took a look at it, and a few days later, we got the call. They asked us to start at the beginning of the next season and try it out and see how it works. And that's how it happened. The moral of the story is, when opportunity knocks, you gotta be ready. They say luck is opportunity meeting preparation. We were prepared because we'd been working on music every day for the last few years. And when opportunity presented itself, I did not let it go. I kept making calls until she answered. Because this has always been my dream and I kept pushing forward, and here I am. So I guess you could say I made it to the NBA after all. Bye.